And I'm Jerry.
And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.
So today, we wanted to show you some of the stuff that we had recently picked up from one of the collections that we had purchased. But it's back in the warehouse. So this is going to be a little bit of a secret mission. Because we normally don't allow anybody back into the warehouse besides, well, Jerry, Mark, and Rick A. only. And actually now Rick A. is not even supposed to be back there.
Oh, we should cross that off
Cross that
now.
out.
Yeah.
But so we're going to take you back there. It's a bit of a mess, but that's the way it rolls here. Come on back and let's take a look.
All right.
Okay, so we're in the back, and I know it's a cluster. We know it's a cluster. This is our problem.
We should have cleaned it up for this video, but well, there's a lot of reasons we should have cleaned it up.
Right. If you're a fire inspector, please turn this video off now.
And see, Snowman, this is what we have to dig through. It's not that easy to just walk back and find anything.
Things. Yeah, so this is our problem. We know it's a problem. We've been working on it. The first step to admitting it's a problem is admitting it's a problem. And I think we've made that one step progress.
Yes.
This is a problem.
I don't think this is a problem.
Denial. That's the second step. It's not just a river in Egypt. Okay, so we're back and oh, this kills us because normally this is actually a sales space for us. In the store, we've actually got racks of clothing and models and field gear and foot lockers, but we needed some place to put this collection because we ended up with like 40-some bins and boxes of this collection. So we ended up with a lot of stuff, but
cool stuff.
Yeah, cool stuff. That's for sure. So, but let's go through some of it just to kind of give you guys a sampling of some of the stuff that that we ended up with. It's a really nice varied collection. Everything from World War I through more modern pieces. A little bit of everything in between. He was a very diverse collector. A lot of different countries, a lot of different eras represented.
He had a large patch collection, and they were all put in binders. The binders were marked whatever he was collecting, and on each page he labeled the patches. It was the same thing with the helmets, because the helmets are from all different countries, but he always put a tag inside of each helmet so you know which country it was from and what model of helmet it is.
So that'll be very helpful when we finally get to getting these either on the website or on our eBay site, or just getting them out to the store. So, but we're sharing them here with you first, and maybe we can at the end we'll go through some of the patches too. We'll show you some of the patches. So, if you're up for that. Okay. Why don't we start with this bin?
Okay.
That's in front of us. Yeah, a good selection.
Oh. We have these Scottish hats?
I think they're Scottish, yeah. Yeah, the cross of St. Andrew.
7.5. Wow.
A Glengarry. Well, I know one of them's a Glengarry. I don't know which one. I'm not really into Scottish stuff, but I know people who are. Okay. Enough of that. Oh, this one's actually got a drum on it, so maybe he was a drummer.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, they're cool.
Cool. I think we got another one, but it's like hard.
Okay.
And it's got
More
the
Scottish.
little tails.
Yeah, this is German. Prussian, I believe. The Feldmütze. Small. Always. I'm not going to try it on. Yes, I am. Nope. Okay.
We got a Pickelhaube.
Prussian.
The liner's a little dry, but it's...
Let's see how you
mostly
look
there.
after 100 and some odd years.
Yeah.
100 and... I'm not doing math. Math never works when we do it in these videos. And this is what they call the wartime gray finish. Early on, the helmets were done with brass fittings, and then they realized that that was a problem because it would gleam in the light. So they eventually, well, they used covers, cloth covers, and then they used the wartime gray paint, and then they covered those, and then they finally came out with the M16 metal helmet. Here's another Prussian wartime enlisted man.
Oh, nice. What about the liner?
Oh, liner's decent, actually. I think the chin strap is a reproduction. Not uncommon on these because this was a really dumb chin strap retention device. The kind of pin thing on it, it just, I don't know. It doesn't hold well. They were falling off on him then.
And we have another one.
Three Prussian.
And this one also has a
Pickelhauben.
replaced chin strap, but the first one, the chin strap is original. And, you know, the liner's here, but it's a little bunched up. But still.
Alright. This has got one of those cloth covers on. Now I believe the cover is a reproduction. Just looks like yeah, it's definitely a reproduction. And from what I can tell, the cockade is Bavarian. Ach, Bavaria in the springtime. Ach. Some frischer spargel. It's been on for quite a while. He had a real nice display. He was fortunate enough to be able to display a lot of these in his house. He had several nice cases in his living room, bedrooms. You know, so he was able to do a nice display of things.
This is almost like you're unwrapping a Christmas present that you didn't want to destroy the wrapping paper.
Right. Ah, Bavaria. Nice, almost, you know, too nice of a helmet to cover up with a reproduction cover. So we'll give that to Mark.
You throw that in the pile of covers. Set
this one over here.
Well, got another beret. British.
That's not a raspberry beret.
Seems to be full of plastic bags.
Oh, this is cool. I can tell right away. And I just want to share, we actually found a use for all these surplus U.S. Army M43 hoods that we invariably get. They work really well for wrapping helmets up for transport. So, it was a brilliant design. Okay, speaking of Bavaria, this is actually a Bavarian Jaeger Shako. Sort of like you might be familiar with the German police Shakos. This would be a Bavarian Jaeger Shako. Very early, little crunchy. Liner mostly there, but it's got the cockade. It's got the nice Wappen, the front plate. So that's cool. Let me set this over here. Wow.
We have a nice Prussian. This is a Ersatz Pickelhaube. It's made out of pressed felt.
Yeah.
And You know, it's in really nice shape. And the chin strap is looks real. And the liner is really nice.
Well,
This is a great example.
yeah, they were, you know, kind of experimenting with different types of things. You'll actually see metal spiked helmets, and not just for like the heavy cavalry units that wore metal spiked helmets, but you'll see metal ones. You'll see these felt ones. Obviously, not a lot of these held up over time. So very cool to see, especially in decent shape. I've only had one in my collection at one point. What's that?
We have a M43
Another
field
hood.
jacket hood.
Right.
This one is in.
But I'm telling you, they work great for wrapping helmets in. Alright, well this is very cool. This is a Model 16 camouflaged German helmet. And it was actually sent home, mailed home by a guy to Milwaukee. And I believe he was in the 32nd. He was a bugler. Yeah, so it's still got the stamps on it, the cancel stamps. It's still got the address labels. It's still got a lot of the camo paint. And it's still got a very nice liner. So that's a really cool piece.
Yeah, that is cool.
You know, neat war trophy. Kind of piece that belongs in a museum.
Yeah. Well,
I'm using air quotes when I say museum.
we have a British Mark 1.
I thought you were Mark 1.
Yeah. Helmet. You know, very similar to the U.S. helmet because the U.S. helmet copied them. The only thing is that it has like kind of a donut in the dome. And
Donuts.
The hooks or the keepers for the chin strap, these are installed with split rivets, so you could actually dig them out and replace them versus that U.S. style, which is riveted permanently. But it's in nice shape. Imagine the chin strap is separated, but I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, again, the leather was not designed to hold up for 100 and some odd years, but nice finish on it. Yeah, nice helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's some pretty cool stuff out of this bin.
Well, there's some silver.
Oh yeah, look at that. Who knew?
Some old silver coins.
Oh. Deutsche Reich 1900 with the Kaiser. So 5 mark. Well, great. That's what we need. More marks.
Yeah, this is 1907 5 mark. And this is 1913 5 mark.
I know these have some silver content in them. I'm not sure how much, but nice. Slabbed. So collectible by both coin guys, silver hoarders, and people interested in World War I German.
2 mark.
2 mark.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
cool.
Those are great. Oh, you gotta love that, Imperial
And then
German
we have the
eagle.
invisible mark.
Yeah. The Biden penny. Sorry, not getting political. Okay. Well, let's show you some of the patches. Okay, so here we are, and here's the patch collection. Like Mark had mentioned, a lot of patches. 2 all nicely bindered and organized, and really an interesting collection because he collected by like types and variants of patches, including a lot of the more modern patches, the Velcro-y ones for the ACUs and DCUs and whatever the other ones
Yeah.
are. We don't know. Yeah, why don't you grab a binder and
Let's just grab a binder here. And I actually haven't looked at this one. You know, so he's got some coastal artillery patches. First Coastal Artillery, New England Frontier Defense Sector. You know, so he's got those nicely labeled. You know, and it's like you go through the sheets and they're all nicely labeled. And then here he's got some European theater ones that are different variants.
Alaskan Defense or whatever. Different polar bears.
So you know, there's a hell of a collection. Oop. Airborne?
Yeah, broken down by, you know, divisions, districts, commands. Ranger.
Oh yeah, Ranger. Nice. Greenbacks.
Army Service Force. Oh, Kiska.
And the Aleutian Islands thing. Ooh, and the Manhattan Project. You really want to patch if you're going to have a secret program, you know, for the guys to wear it.
Show exactly what you're doing in patch form. They'll never figure that out.
Ooh, that anti-aircraft.
Right. Some nice CBIs. First Special Service Force, Lido Road, in the Philippine Battalion. Oop, tank destroyer. Nice.
But look at the chicken thing of the French. Wow.
It's not a chicken. It's a cock.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that.
Occupational therapy. Nice. Oh wow.
Wow. Nice collection of discharge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Merrill's Marauders. Yeah, again, just a real nice, and again, super organized. So, you know, I mean, we're in a little bit of a quandary on how we're gonna sell this, because it's such a nice collection, you know, and obviously, I don't think any one person is gonna want to buy, a whole giant collection.
and we're not going to have people. Oh, I'll just take
Take
the
this
airborne
one.
ones out of this
Yoink.
one, and no,
Yeah, so
we have to treat this with respect.
Yeah.
You know,
obviously a lifetime collection.
He
Yeah, a lot of
he was
different
coming
stuff.
into our shop for like 18 years, maybe
I think even longer.
20 years.
20. He was actually one of the first ones, after our buddy Bill Scott had closed his shop and we opened ours. He was one of the first people in to come hang out with us. So that was cool. When we first started, we didn't even have any chairs, so they just came in and sat on the radiator. So we had to get some chairs. I think he might even brought us some chairs.
Yeah.
You know.
He used to bring things in to share.
Yeah.
We used to make hot dogs. Well, of course, we still do. But he'd bring in hot dogs and he'd bring in soda.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just a very generous guy. You know,
and he was not mean-spirited. And he's a nice guy. And we'll miss him.
Yeah, it's a shame. He actually gave us the one shelving unit we use in our Cold War room to hold all of our helmets. You know, so he was always helping us, which is nice. Obviously, we need a lot of help. Oh, but yeah, real cool group of patches, real cool group of helmets. There's a lot more. I mean, like I said, there's 40-some bins. There's Iraqi, there's German, there's U.S., there's United Nations, there's British, there's French, there's West German, there's Russian,
Czech helmets.
Czech, Polish, a bunch of stuff we don't even know what it is.
But thank God he labeled them.
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Let's hear it for those little Dymo label sticker thingies. That'll be very helpful. So, thanks to Ralph. We salute you wherever you are. Oh, we know where you are. You're up there, a very short little angel. So, don't haunt me. Okay. All right, we got to get going because we got to open up the shop pretty soon. So, thanks for joining us again. We really appreciate having you guys here with us. It's fun to be able to share the stuff that we get with you. It's great to be able to listen to the comments and things. Remember, we're going to be doing a question and answer one pretty soon. So some of you have submitted some questions for us. That's awesome. If anybody else has some questions that they're looking to have answered, I'm going to be doing a Military Collecting 101 on German helmets really soon. But if there's other topics that you want us to cover, that you're not really sure about, and you want to do kind of a deeper dive on something, and share what we know, just let us know what that might be, because we're happy to share our information with you. We believe that the collecting community, we're all in this together. No one can really collect in complete isolation. The more knowledge that we share, the better off it is for everybody. Because the more knowledgeable collectors that you are, the less chance you're going to have of being burned by unscrupulous dealers or nefarious items.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We'll see you.
All right. Until next time, I'm Jerry.
And I'm Mark.
And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.